Okay guys, we are on a 2017 Toyota Tundra. We're installing an X1 bypass filter kit on it. This customer opted to do an under the hood mount, so that we'll show you that option as well. Otherwise you can just put it on the frame. Our pressure port is 1/8 BSP, British Standard Pipe tapered thread, but we will send the 1/8 inch NPT and the 1/8 inch BSP T with our kit, so that it doesn't matter which year you've got or which one your sensor happens to be, you'll have both. But we just pulled the oil pressure sensor out, installed the BSP 1/8 inch BSP T in. We put a 90, an MP90 to our hose fitting in the branch of the T, and then we're going to run it up here and we're going to stick it in up under the hood. Otherwise you'd run it over to the frame and on the frame rail and run it there. The return is going to come back up to the fill cap. We have a Toyota T6 aluminum anodized fill cap that it will return to, and he's opted for a sample port with a sample valve today, so it'll be nice and easy to keep track of his oil. So we do have available on our website the oil sample pump, which is like a 1/4 inch tubing that runs down your dipstick you can pull oil out of. It ends up being really messy. This by far is the easiest way to take an oil sample from your engine. This is pre-R filter, so it's a true representation of what is inside your system. If you take it after our filter, your sample will be perfect all the time, and you'll never get a bad sample. Pressure and return hoses on this under the hood 5.7 Toyota Tundra are both 43 inches long. We send 9 feet with the frame mount kit, so that's plenty in there. Remember, installing the hose, cut it clean, install the socket. As simple as that. I just put it in the socket and I kind of stuff the phrase in, and then you just grab the hose and push down. Push it all the way down into the socket until that hose touches the bottom end of these internal threads of your socket. Then you're going to lubricate this barb. We're going to thread that in. So you just get a drop of oil on the barb. I like to hit it on the threads, start it into the socket, and then I put my thumb on both the hose and the socket as I turn this in here to make sure that this barb isn't pushing the hose back out of the socket. It's pretty easy. This is still just with the resistance of the O-ring in the swivel port of our fitting. I've got it almost all the way without using wrenches. There's only about 1/8 of an inch left that I'll use 19mm 3/4 inch wrenches until these two touch. So just until the socket part of the fitting and the barb part of the fitting just touch right here. No fray around here. We made sure that the hose was all the way inside the socket to the bottom of the threads. What a lot of our customers do is they'll actually just take a piece after they've got the hose inside the socket. You can wrap electrical tape right to the edge of the socket right here before you start threading the barb in. And that way you can watch it and make sure that this hose doesn't push out of the socket. So this is our frame mount bracket that comes with your kit. Bolts right in the bottom of the filter housing with 1/2 inch bolts right here. This can be mounted in any direction you want. It can be mounted like this and have the housing vertical up, vertical down. It can be mounted like this and mount your housing horizontal. That wouldn't work, but you could bolt it there and have the housing kind of sit this direction if you wanted to. It's very versatile mounting bracket. Most of the time we put it on the frame. You just drill holes in the frame and you mount your canister here and run your hoses. So with this kit, the customer decided he wanted his up here under the hood. So he popped the hood. We looked around at some things. We did find that our Ford 6064 under the hood bracket works really good. There's a boxed section of radiator hose or radiator support right here that goes vertical. We just drilled 2 holes in it. We sat this up there and marked them, drilled the holes, put in riv nuts, and then bolted it right to that vertical radiator support. Okay, so this is your in and out ports. This comes from your pressure sensor or your pressure plug. In this case, it's a pressure sensor with a T that runs to here. This is the 04 MS90. It's a swivel, 1/4 inch pipe thread, 122 inch-pounds. Okay, your out is the same fitting, 122 inch-pounds with thread sealant. You slide that down in the bracket, tighten it up. I've got my return line all zip tied up here to the fan shroud, and then it loops up and goes right into the fill cap. 1/8 inch NPT, which is an 02 MS90 threads into the fill cap. That is 110 inch-pounds. Okay, guys, this is your oil filter on your 5.7 Toyota. This is your oil pressure sensor that used to be threaded into the filter housing right up here. And all we did was we took this 1/8 inch BS, threaded it into the hole, and then put the pressure sensor back in it. And then we put our 90 out of the branch to our hose fitting. So this is our pressure port that feeds the bottom of our housing that's up under the hood or along your frame into the import of our filter. So once we got it all up there and tight, we zip tied our lines up nice and tight on everything all the way up, and it just runs up to the bottom of the filter. Okay, so this is what the T looks like that's up there. This is normally your pressure sensor. You take it out, you thread the T in, you thread your pressure sensor into this side of the T, and then this is our O2 MP90 that's in the branch, and then this is our FJ, 06 FJ hose end that's onto the AN hose. Our customer decided he wanted the 530 gas blend oil that we have, TS2 guard, so we'll be draining and filling his system with our 530 engine oil with a TS2 guard. All right, guys, the 5.7 liter Tundra, Toyota Tundra kit probably only took us an hour and a half to install. It's a super straightforward, easy kit. You got to take the skid plate off to access the oil pressure sensor. You pull the sensor, you put the T in, run our hose, our pressure hose up to the bottom of the filter, goes through the center of the filter, and then flows back down through the filter media to the out port, and then that returns back up to the fill cap of the 5.7 liter Toyota engine. So we're going to drain the oil, fill it back up with the Lorenzo's 530. We're going to start it, leak check everything before we put the skid plate back on, and then we'll put the skid plate on, and he will be on his way with some awesome products that will extend the life of his engine.